Hey, what's up guys? So this is your chance to have your voices, thoughts, concerns, and opinions on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game directly heard by Konami. So recently I did go and talk to a bunch of Konami representatives, and I had a few questions that I asked that you guys had for the game. And what it comes down to is that pretty much looks like it's just one person's questions and it's being addressed. Now what we can do with this survey with large numbers is kind of address some of the problems that you might have for Yu-Gi-Oh! And if a lot of players are basically asking the same question or it's the same concern, like this card is way too overpowered, Konami can actually look at this and be like, oh, okay, now we understand that we need to actually address some of these problems. Because even as a casual player like myself, I know there's so many things that we can do to this game to actually improve it. So down below in the description box is a link to a short survey that you can take and have some of your thoughts and opinions addressed hopefully by Konami in the future, and I'll update you guys on this. It's been a long-going project with me and a bunch of other popular Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTubers. But anyways, we're going to be going over the survey and going over a few of the ones that you might not fully understand, or some of the more important ones that we can actually answer to actually improve the game a lot. So jumping into it, some of the questions are really simple, like, what is your gender? You can select other, maybe you're a cyborg, you can do that too. But let's go over the important ones that you might have questions, or some of the more important ones, like this one over here. It's, do you believe prize cards awarded at these events should give their user a competitive edge in gameplay? Now that question is basically something like prize cards being really, really powerful. One excellent example of a prize card a lot of you guys might be familiar with is Crush Card Virus. Another popular card was Dark End Dragon. Was not a bad card at the time, but this question is basically asking you, do you want the players that win YCSs to have a really, really, really powerful card, something like Crush Card Virus, that other players do not have access to? That's basically what it comes down to. So you can answer yes or no for that. Another thing is that if a player wins first place at a huge tournament, should they receive a prize such as a college scholarship? And I think that's a great opportunity. As some of you guys know, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't want cash prizes, but a college scholarship would be great. It's just an incentive for parents to allow us to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, you never know. Parents might be like, okay, you can win a college scholarship if you play really good at this game. All right, let's go ahead and sign you up for that tournament. But this is a very important question as well. It's, do you feel that recent cards are so powerful that they make collecting and playing other cards you want to use feel pointless? That means if you're interested in playing something like Morphtronics, do you feel that Spellbook Judgment makes it so you don't want to play Morphtronics because other decks are simply too powerful? And I think that is a question that it needs to be addressed, and if a lot of players select yes on this, you can definitely address your concerns right here. Now what this comes down to over here is if you answered yes to the question, which I assume majority of players that play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Would understand that there are too many cards that come out in the newer sets that are absolutely too good. So if you answered yes to the question above, do you think we could allow other decks to compete with the power of more recent decks? So it's asking how can we make it so older decks are essentially competitive still. And I think that we could definitely say stop making the cards either so powerful, or stop limiting cards like TG Striker, which don't need to be limited in a format where it's so fast. So you can address your concerns by addressing certain cards, but I think the best way to approach this question is to look at the long-term effects and name something like making cards inherently just too powerful where you don't even need a combo to set up. It's just a one card. Like Spellbook of Judgment is an excellent example of a card where it has no combos. It's just you activate it and you just activate everything and you simply go off from there. Something like the whole wind-up loop, that took a lot of thought to actually make that, and once the wind-up loop stopped, there was a new loop to OTK. Those are things that the players figure out, which some of the guys that make these cards might not actually try to make happen. Like for example, like the Insector OTK, maybe when they were creating it, they didn't actually understand that you could do it. So I think that more testing needs to be done. Perhaps we can test the cards on Dueling Network or on DevPro or any other way we can play Yu-Gi-Oh! And then we can decide if that card is too strong or not. Like basically what it comes down to is release the card earlier, like release the full effect, and then we'll test it. And if it is too good, then other players can say this card is too good. We need to change the wording on this card, or in fact not release the card at 3. Something like Dark End Dragon probably should not have been, at 3 when it came out. That card was absolutely ridiculous. But let's go over some of the other questions. So, another great question. It's is how do you rate Konami's current coverage of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh events? And if you guys have ever read the Konami articles, some of them are actually pretty good, but their coverage is kind of lacking. Like, I mean, I honestly feel like their coverage is, I don't know, maybe at a 2 or 3, because the problem is we don't get to watch those live duels. What I want to see is in the final match, or even a whole bunch of these feature matches that they usually have. If any of you guys have read the event coverage and read some of the duels that go on, it's all text and there's like some pictures, but what it comes down to is it's very minimal, and I think that we can do such a better job if we live stream this on Twitch. This would be so awesome if, you know, at a YCS or a huge tournament that we would be able to watch, because not all of us, you know, can go travel across the world for every YCS. It would be awesome to, but it'd be even cooler to have this live on Twitch or somewhere that we could actually watch this live stream event. And it basically asks you, how do you think they can improve their coverage? Live streaming, also deck profiles, that's also a thing that they stopped doing deck profiles, I'm not sure why. They used to do deck profiles all the time, but unfortunately we don't have that anymore. And that's basically all on the YouTubers now, to actually go there and record, and sometimes they don't like you recording inside the venue. But anyways, so I think that we can suggest them to live stream on Twitch, and then maybe give them a suggestion for some of the casters. If any of you guys have watched something like League of Legends, Call of Duty, StarCraft, all these huge tournaments, they always have, you know, it's usually 2 people that, you know, commentate on the match. Maybe you can mention some of your favorite commentators, whether it's me or not. I honestly want there to be, you know, live commentators. I think that'll be so much fun to, you know, just basically have some commentary on the game, and I think it'll be fun for everyone. And lastly, we have another important question. A lot of you players are like, you know, I want more support for Crystal Beast. I want more support for Dark Scorpions. Hey, this is the question that you want to answer right here. It's, what is your favorite deck or old theme from older sets, such as Gravekeepers, Dark Scorpions, Guardians, the Light Sword, and or level monsters? So this would be a great chance for you if you're a Crystal Beast player and you want more support for Crystal Beast. This is your chance. It's asking you what's your favorite older deck that you basically want more support for. So go ahead and answer your question, answer the question right there, and let them know exactly you know, what decks you want to actually get some more support. But that's about it for the questions you might have, you know, questions on, or you might not fully understand some of the questions, and some of the more important ones. After you finish the survey, it's a pretty short survey. But after you finish the survey, it'll send you to this page. And it'll say thank you to everyone that worked on this, and shout out and thank you to everyone, including you, if you actually took the survey. Well, thanks for watching this video, even if you didn't, because you made it this far. And so, yeah, like I said, I think that there's so many things that we can do to actually improve this game and make it better for newer players, older players, and just overall a more balanced game, because that's what it really comes down to. A lot of players are unhappy with the game state a lot of times. So go ahead and take the survey, link down below in the description box, and hopefully we can you know, get something done, because like I said, there's going to be a lot of Konami guys that actually see the survey. There will be someone talking to them directly and using the survey's results as a direct push to, you know, let them know exactly what we need to address, because we will have the large numbers, as Mason from Black Ops would know. The numbers are what is important. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes out.